Hey, Tené, good afternoon.
Hi, Olivia. How are you this afternoon?
I'm excellent. How are you doing today?
I'm very good.
So, thank you so much for tuning in to this Tuesday's episode of Handle with Grace. And we had the brilliant idea from last week's discussion to
Yeah.
do company slogans and customer service slogans. And my favorite company slogan came up with "Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline."
Exactly.
And so that sparked so many other further conversations, even after the live stream. So thank you so much for all of you, our faithful followers, people in the audience who've been watching this live stream and replying back to us with your favorite company slogans. And so we decided to put those together in a really fun, sort of animated screen show. And that's what you saw just now is the introduction. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for your input, putting that in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
So
welcome to Handle with Grace. And Tené, were there any slogans that jumped out at you that you thought like, wow, that's a really good one?
I always like the Nike "Just Do It." That
Mm,
has been one of my slogans for at least 1,000 years now. I love that slogan. I love it because it became, and we'll talk about this a little later, it became an affirmation. It made me it's funny how slogans pull you in into a way that you let it become an affirmation for you, and it actually does play on and can play on who you are presenting yourself as to the world, a self-image. Some things you don't think matters, it may not seem like it's going to touch you in any way, shape, or form, but depending on what that slogan is and what your belief system is, and you resonate with it, then it's going to become a part of you. I mean, the one with the coffee, what was it? Good to the last drop,
that was
right?
Maxwell House. Yes, good to the
Maxwell
very
House.
last
Good to the very last drop. Now, if we analyze that slogan, and this is the reason we're talking about this is not because we just absolutely love slogans, but slogans are a part of us. It becomes a part of our paradigm. And one of our paradigms is our self-image. So if it's good to the last drop, that infers you have to have coffee, not just any coffee, but Maxwell House coffee. And then if you have Maxwell House coffee, it's good to the last drop. We get people who say those slogans or affirmations. They become affirmations. I'm not good until I finish my coffee. I have to have my first cup of coffee, and then I can do this in terms of the world. I can take on the world. So people say these things. So it's not something that's just a slogan. It's something that really becomes part of your paradigm. And if you don't have that, how many people, and we see these on mugs and t-shirts, that if they don't have their coffee or whatever it is, that their day is not going well. So you start to believe these things. So, I mean, although they're wonderful slogans, and I love slogans, a lot of them anyway, you have to be careful about which ones you're resonating with.
That is an excellent point. Amazing, amazing, Tené. And one of our, wonderful colleagues on LinkedIn, Jillian. So we had made a poll and asked everybody what was their favorite slogan, and so she had a coffee reference as well. She
What was yours?
um, the best part of waking up is Folgers in my cup.
Yeah. I love that one. Thank you, Jillian, for putting that one out there. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Jillian, thank you. Thank you for participating in our
Yes,
poll, and that was an awesome contribution. And it made me think about that. Like, yeah, there's just something about that too. Just the rhyme.
it
Because
is.
we can talk about what makes slogans stick.
Yes.
So slogans stick if they are one memorable, right?
Yes.
They can stand alone and they're memorable. Um, they're catchy.
They're
They stay
catchy.
with you, and also if it highlights some sort of
It does.
key benefit or positive attribute of a company,
Mm-hmm.
and then it
The
has some
music.
the music and emotional attachment.
It is, and it's emotional attachment. I remember growing up, and my mom would drink tea, a particular type of tea, and it was Salada tea, and no other tea could touch it. It was just that tea. So it's memorable in the packaging, it's memorable in the taste, it's memorable in the experience I was having because I'm sharing this with my mom. All of the above. Now, I cannot remember their slogan. However, they would write little messages on the tea bag labels, the tags. So and I don't know if they do that now. And I remember there's another tea company. They didn't write slogans, but they would have the little porcelain little wasn't it Bromley tea? Oh shoot, I've forgotten the name of the tea. But Bromley tea was a tea that we fell in love with as well. They didn't have a slogan, but the tea was so fragrant and so delicious. But I like little things that maybe are not, maybe they're hidden slogans rather than straight out right slogans.
Exactly. What a fun discussion it's going to be. So, if you're just tuning in to this episode of Handle with Grace, say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're watching us from. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to, put your comments on the screen and give you a shout out. And today we're just discussing company slogans and how, companies can adopt that, as a mini mission statement.
Hmm.
Even what Tené is going off of, like you can adopt a slogan as a personal affirmation.
You sure can. Just do it. How many times that I go back to Nike's because it's an awesome slogan. Just do it.
Three
I look
words.
at it exactly. And I adopted it because I kept playing, and this is why we're doing one of the reasons why we're doing this segment, Handle with Grace, because we cannot take customer service we can't take us out of any interaction that we're having. We are in everything, each and every position title, each and every degree, each and every transaction, interaction. We are there no matter what. And when it comes to just us ourselves, sometimes we will talk ourselves, and this is all personal development, because again, we have to develop our inner in order to get everything else that we want on the outside. So, in that, I would always say, I'm going to do this, and maybe it would be on my to do list for at least, I don't know, 50 years before I could get to it. I keep putting it on every year, every year, every year, I'm going to get to it. Then finally, one day I said, that's it. I was talking to myself, that's it. Either you're going to do it just like Nike said, just do it, or I don't want to hear anything else about it. Not one mention. And that's how I had to talk to myself in order to say, just do it. Because if I'm going to do it, then do it. Take action. Stop saying, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because then that going to do it and getting ready for it will turn into 5 years have gone by, 10 years have gone by, and you still have not done it yet. So if you're not going to do it, then guess what? Move on to the next thing and do that. And that's what I did. I adopted it.
Excellent. And I want to give a shout out to Braden. So Braden is tuning in from Dallas,
Hi,
Texas.
Brayden.
Hi, Braden. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. So, Braden, let us know because you're in business, you're a business owner. Do you adopt a personal slogan for yourself? So, let us know in the
And
comments, Braden.
right, does he have a personal slogan or does he have one for his business? Ours is learning that lasts and training that transforms. That is our brand slogan, learning that lasts and training that transforms. That is what Success Ocean International is about, personal and professional development training.
Oh, I love that. Learning that lasts, training that transforms.
That is our slogan.
No wonder you're the transformational consultant.
You know what? I have to say that our learning system really does help transform people into doing, being whatever they want, and it lasts. It does not go away. Once you learn it from us, once you learn the formula, it sticks.
Braden is saying his slogan is lead like a magician.
Oh, I like that, Brayden.
Ooh,
I
very
like that.
nice.
I like that. I
And I've
like that.
attended some of Braden's talks and training, and so he really does go through like the archetypes of magician and how you can include that in your communications and leadership styles.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to listen a lot more to that, Brayden.
Yeah. So if I can recall, let's see how studious I was. There was elements of like fire in your communication, air,
Oh,
and earth. And one more.
Water, water,
Water. Oh, well, handle with grace. Success ocean. Yes, water. Yes, that's right.
water.
And so each element can make up your communication profile and leadership style. So Braden, let me know if we got that correct.
I love
Um,
it.
so I love having like personal signs around the house, just like as
Mm,
reminders for myself, right? Like when I just look over, it's like a good way to pause and like repeat
yes,
that. So my personal
yes.
slogan is smiling is good for the soul.
I love that.
So
I
it
love
suits
that.
me because I'm always smiling,
Oh,
smiling and finding a reason to smile or smiling for no reason at all.
I
So
think smiling for yeah, all of those because you have to. I love that. I love your personal slogan.
Braden says, yes, I got it. Okay, so yay, I was paying attention in class.
Yay!
And yes, the magical elements of leadership.
Aw, yes. Well, thank you for that compliment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, Braden's posts are fantastic. So if you have a chance to follow Braden on LinkedIn and on Facebook, he
Please
always
do.
has fantastic posts,
Mhm.
just how to improve yourself and maybe include a little bit of magic and mystique.
Perfect. I like that.
Excellent. You too. All right, wonderful. So if you are tuning in, let us know your favorite slogan, either something that you've seen in the marketplace or something that you've adopted for yourself. Join in the discussion and chat with us about it. Because, sometimes, when I think about personal development, I hear it that, maybe it doesn't count. Have you heard that too
Ah.
before from clients today? Like, oh, like, why should I study personal development? Does it really count?
Oh my gosh, we are actually in the middle of that right now with a few people. They really do think that it doesn't count. They think personal development is separate and they can put it on the back burner. I'll get to it later. They don't understand that personal development is you, and you come with everything. You're taking yourself into each and every experience. And this is really about personally developing you as an individual in this body that we were all given to experience the life that we really want to live. And part of experiencing that life is to experience in a way that is, to quote Braden, magical. It really is. We're supposed to have this magical life, and actually the magic starts within. And if you don't know how to use that magic, if you don't know how to make that fire be the fire that you want it to be towards what you want it to be, and you don't want to shift the consciousness, the water in your mind, then guess what? You'll stay stuck and stay where you are. I mean, how many times has water just stayed until it evaporated, stayed in a tin can, and it just stayed there, nowhere to go until someone tipped it over or it just evaporated? It's the same kind of thing. How many times have we had that fire within us that we place that water upon and we just don't do anything with it because we don't have the belief that we can do it? We don't use our imagination enough. We don't use our perception or our intuition or even the will, the concentration to bring it forward. So all of these things you can never not be in a place where you are supposed to be using those gifts that we've been given. So personal development does matter, and it stretches into every part of your life. If you're at work, if it's a working life and not your personal life, then it will go into how much money that you're making, because you're going to have that belief system or bandwidth that says you can only make X amount of dollars a year. And if you can't get beyond that and expand and break the bandwidth and expand it, that's all you're going to ever make. You want to expand it, crush it. That way, you're making way more money, you're providing way more impact, and then you're able to help more people. It's the same thing as anything. Cannot not do it.
So what I'm hearing from you is that, personal development and professional development all feed into one another.
They do.
Yeah. And if you
Absolutely.
are experiencing blockages personally, they're bound to show up professionally as well. Maybe in your
Absolutely.
business.
Now you will find some people, and you say, "Gosh, they seem like," because we see in pictures, right? And some people have the natural picture of being so strong, and they have that vibration that is vibrating out there like a beacon light that is so strong and so powerful, and you think they are in they that you cannot penetrate anything, that they have everything going. They've got the person in their life, if that's what they want. They've got the money, they've got the business, they've got the prestige, they've got the reputation, they've got the this, but they may not have the health because you think you can't see the health until you do. We can see every single thing. We think we're hiding things, but it's actually seen in our actions and in our results. So yes, it is there all of the time. You fuse it together to make you be the person that you really want to be. I used this example earlier today. I had a training session this morning. So I was training, we were facilitating a group of people, and I brought up celebrities. When we see celebrities, let's see, I don't know. Olivia, pick somebody that you really like.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yes. Who doesn't like Dwayne Johnson, right? So when you look at Dwayne Johnson, you see everything that he's done. Well, first you see his outer. Then after you see his outer, you say, "Gosh, he's been in so many movies." I think he was in wrestling, wasn't he, at some point in time?
Or
Okay, so right.
sports,
So
yeah.
he did wrestling. He's doing movies, and I don't know what else he's doing.
Tequila. He has his own tequila company now.
I didn't know that. Well, okay. So is it called Dwayne Rock Tequila?
Possibly.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, when you look at him, you're seeing the outer, but what we're seeing on the outer is what's going on the inner side. It has to be created twice. So he's thinking about, hey, you know what? I think I want a tequila company. So he's planning that out. He's going forward with it. He wanted to be an actor after he was a wrestler. He's planning this out. He's using his imagination. He's using his will. He's using his concentration to get every single thing that he's wanting. He's doing it, including the family he has, because I think he does have some children or he's married. Whatever it is, everything is created twice. It has to start within, then it will be without. There are many sages over the centuries that have said, what is within will be without. So it starts there. So when you look at people and you look at celebrities or whoever it is, it might not be a celebrity. It might be someone local in your community or a family or a friend, family member or a friend. When you're looking at them and you're wondering, how are they doing all these things? How's it that they are doing that and I'm not doing that? It's because they may not know what they're doing. They cannot put it into words like we can now, but they're using their faculties of mind, and part of that is their attitude, and then the mental faculties, of course, all of those, and then knowing how to set a goal and achieve it without even knowing that they're doing it. But we know how to do that now. And at least if you don't, then that's what we're for. Success Ocean, learning that lasts, training that transforms.
Thank you, Braden, for coming to the rescue. So he came up with Dwayne Johnson's tequila company. It's called Terramana. So thank you.
Ah, thank you so much, Braden. I had no idea.
Braden, you're a fan.
Yes, he is. Wait, is he a fan of Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, or tequila?
I guess all of
All
yeah.
of
Oh
the
my
above?
gosh. So look at this. I mean, he is a serial entrepreneur. Dwayne's got lots of different sides to him, different businesses. And you know, it's so funny because there's actually a sitcom called Young Rock that chronicles Dwayne Johnson's life. You know, as a young kid, going
Does
to
it?
school. Yes.
I've never heard of this at all, ever.
Yep. I just it just came to me. It popped up in the news just now, right? Because everything we talk about is being heard.
Well, so if it chronicles his childhood, this is really great because this is a really great example. If it chronicles his childhood, what was he thinking in his childhood that's now coming out in his adult life? Does it talk about that at all? It should.
I think so. I mean, they're on 2 seasons already, and the
Wow.
premise of the show is that Dwayne Johnson runs for president.
Ah,
in
okay.
2032, and he takes a look back, on his life and his life choices, his extraordinary life about how he grew up and the things he's been involved in. And even though his experiences have been larger than life, he still is relatable and
Okay.
down to earth guy who still relates to the American people. So that's the show.
That is very good. And to be honest, I do believe that if he came on the show or he was in our presence, I think that he would be so relatable. I don't think that he would be so above. I think that we could totally relate and he would relate with us and we'd have a great conversation.
Dwayne Johnson, we would love to have you on our show.
Yes, we
Tené,
would love
call
to.
again.
Oh my gosh. Dwayne Johnson, this is for you. I want you to call us, be on our show. Olivia and I will absolutely love it. Thank you.
We will be your PR team for your presidential campaign.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we will do that for you. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Okay, Braden, you're awesome. Seven Bucks Productions is his production company.
oh, very
Wow.
nice.
It's $7 in his pocket after being cut from the CFL. What?
Oh, wow.
He cut him? I did not know that.
But you know what? That comes from anything, any change in our lives, it comes from what? It comes from repetition or an emotional impact. And he didn't know what he was going to do. And so he used his imagination and he thought himself into the results that he wanted. He set a goal. He saw himself in that self-image. He went after it. Did not allow the fear, and it could have, that terror barrier to get in between him and whatever the next step was. He put it into action. He made clarity on exactly what it was he wanted, why he wanted it, and then he took action on what was needed to get it. I love it.
That's so cool. That's so cool to think about because what is it that we're doing day to day that is going to fuel like our big dream fantasy?
Exactly. And we talk about it in our company, which is you don't have to know the how. If you know how to do it, then it's not a big enough goal.
Oh, forget CFL. Now Dwayne Johnson owns XFL.
Very
He just made
nice.
his own league.
I love this. This is a great personal, this is a great real life example of personal decisions that people are making within.
Oh, this
I
is so
love.
awesome. Very cool. Well, that excites me because, who knew? I mean, you can, yes, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Well, yes, but in order to believe it, you have to change your thoughts about what it is that you're thinking about, because whatever you're thinking about repetitively is going to set up an energy that's going to impress upon your subconscious mind. And the feeling nature you're getting from whatever you're feeling is the deepest level of thought, and it cannot help but to manifest. It's going to make your body go into a vibration, which then sends out a vibration into the universe, and guess what? It's going to pull it back like a magnet. So it cannot help but do that. That's just the process.
Oh, that's so refreshing to hear,
I
Tené.
know. I
Well
love
done
it.
to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
I know. I absolutely love this water. I cannot get enough of it.
Mm.
Period. We want you on our show too. I love this water.
We love this water. It's very refreshing.
Mhm.
That's
It
awesome.
really is.
And so, for people who have been following Tené for a while now and have seen us do this Handle with Grace live stream, there are a lot of people that have been asking, like, how do we work with Tené? What is it that you offer? How do we get together with you?
Well, you either show up on these shows and tell us, "Hey, contact me," or we can put a link in on somewhere on here. Olivia, I think she did it the last show, which is a link to the questionnaire in order to get to me. And it really takes you through a process of saying what it is that you're looking for, what is it that you're trying to do. Everything is a choice. We all have to have mentors and guides. I remember when I was looking and could not find somebody to help guide me. I could not find a mentor. And then voila, he showed up. it was like out of the blue. It's like, gosh, how did this happen? And he was exactly what I needed. And Bob Proctor was another mentor of mine, and the late Bob Proctor was a very, very great mentor. And everything is in its space. But we have a company. We do corporate training as well as personal training, personal development training, and it's needed. You can't put these things on the back burner. You can't say I'll get to it when. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll do personal development. Because by the time you get to next year, your whole life could really be in chaos, or it could be in a way, in a completely different way than you wanted it to be. It could just be so much more. So give it a chance. Learn how to really develop yourself so that you can have more control of you.
Excellent. So that link that Tené was referring to is down here below. It's tinyurl.com/my success GPS. It is case sensitive, so you do have to type it in exactly like that. But it's an excellent survey. It's going to really get you thinking, and then you'll book a call with Tené, and she'll customize a plan for you. So, yes, if you're curious on
Absolutely.
how to work with Tené and Success Ocean International, that is the best way to reach her. Excellent. And something you may not know is that she's putting on together a webinar, right? Customer service burnout webinar, end of this
Yes.
month. So
Yes.
go ahead and mark your calendars. It's going to be Tuesday, May 24th, 5:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And customer service burnout is real.
Yes.
Burnout in any profession is real, but we're just seeing it more so on the front lines. So I'm going to put this on the screen here. Let us know which emoji are you identifying with right now? Are you all three? Because
My gosh.
this is what I feel like personifies the burnout.
Well, sometimes it's like that because, and burnout is real. And I know people tend to think about it first off with customer service, because you go just say to a restaurant to get something to eat, or you go to buy some clothing, or you go to buy, I don't know, toothpaste at one of the drugstores. And it's just the customer service burnout. And part of it is really people don't know what they want. And then if they can figure out what they think they want, they don't know how to get it, because then they don't just put it out there as the how. There is no how. They just don't put it out there as this. Oh, I'm seeing stuff pop in. They don't put it out there as their C goal of just speaking whatever it is that they want and trying to and really getting it. Not trying to get it, but get it.
Yeah,
So,
LaDonna, thank you so much for tuning into us. You were watching Handle with Grace.
oh, hi, LaDonna.
So, LaDonna, thank you so much. And so, if you've got a customer service story to share with us, let us know in the chat. Or if you've got a personal slogan, we're talking about slogans today. Let us know what your slogan is for your business. Sorry, really? No, there's no time like
No,
the present.
exactly. You're right on time.
Right on time. No time like the present. And you're actually just in time because we're announcing this amazing webinar that Tené is going to put together for us. And it's called the Customer Service Burnout Webinar Prevention and Training, right? You're going to
Yes,
be delivering tips, tools, and resources for people to walk away feeling like they've got some control.
exactly. Exactly. Because this is not about just looking at the customer and looking at everything else. It is a combination effect of I I know that companies are short staffed. So that's part of it. But we were actually having customer service burnout prior to the pandemic. The pandemic just magnified everything that was really going on in the first place. So now that you've been in it, and I don't really know if we're post-pandemic yet. I think we want to be, but I don't know if we really are. Whatever that is, whatever the state is, there is something that's really real about burnout, but it starts from within. And I think as a society, once we really get a handle on what burnout is and how to truly handle it, then burnout can try to go.
And sometimes burnout is internal. Like you may try to suppress it, and that's not good
That's
either.
what I mean. Exactly. Exactly. And it's because you don't know what you really want. You don't know what you want. You may not want to be there, but we'll talk about all these things once we
Yes.
get on the show.
Reserve your spot.
Reserve your spot. service
So,
side.
Braden, yes, dealing with complaints every day can lead to burnout quickly. Imagine
Yes.
if you were like the debt collector,
Oh my gosh.
having to call people, right, who are like delinquent on their loans or, yeah.
Yes,
And
that
that,
will get to you, and you wear it home because you remember I talked about feeling. So feeling and mood, it's like putting on a garment. You take it with you. If you start to internalize it, it's very difficult to just take it off. Once you start to internalize it, it becomes a part of you, and then you take it home with you, and you're wondering why you're snapping at someone, or maybe while you're crying, why things are not working out. It's because all of that is going on within. So yes, Brayden, you're right. You are right, and Olivia, you are right. I used to work in tax foreclosure. So I
hmm,
used to foreclose, help. I was working to help foreclose on people's homes. So I totally get it. And
wow.
it's just something that, when you hear the stories and you have to meet the people and you're seeing the faces and you're hearing the stories, it gets to you.
Hmm.
I did that for the city of Detroit.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Excellent. LaDonna, yes, she loves receiving great customer service. So she really does try to build on that and offer the
Good.
same. So excellent, LaDonna. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, so back to our class. So go ahead and reserve your spot or tell all your friends if you're a supervisor or manager of teams, get your teams on this webinar. So definitely join us. It's going to be an amazing evening with Tené, fabulous Tené, and you will receive learning that lasts.
And training that will
Transform.
transform your team. I love it. I love it.
And I really have to say, like, you live by that slogan.
I
Every
do.
time I get on a call with you, even rehearsing for this show, I'm always learning something from you. And I feel like energized and uplifted because you're a
Oh,
person of increase. That's what you do for others.
oh, thank you, Olivia. I really do. I guess my slogan would be just that what is the golden rule that we've always heard about, which is what I want for myself, I want for everybody else. So do unto others. And that's really what I live by. What I want for myself, I want for others. And so I speak it and I give it and I am it.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap up the show, but thank you so much, Braden, LaDonna, all of you out there, Jillian, for tuning in for another episode of Handled with
Yes. Thank
Grace.
you so
We
much.
appreciate your participation and comments so much. And thank you, Braden, for coming in at the last minute
Yes.
with all those extra details.
Yes. Thank you so much. That was excellent. It was right on time.
Right on time. So yes, so thank you so much for just being on this conversation with us. We know your time is valuable, and it's so appreciative that you're here talking to us. Just bringing some light to the situation.
Exactly.
And we hope that we will see you soon on the webinar, and that's
Yep.
again May 24th. This is the link once again, and I'll post it again up above in the post, and you'll see it in the comments. But join us. Join us for a really fun evening and get to know us further. So have a great evening, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye bye.